Let me first by welcoming you for this press statement, and maybe also just to thank you, by the way, for coming to support me in this press statement. So I'll start by just reading, and then maybe if there'll be questions, then you'll be able to ask me. Now, declaration of intent to vie for presidency of the Republic of Kenya come 2027. Fellow Kenyans, friends and patriots, today I stand before you with humility, courage, and great conviction to announce I, Honorable Peter Kalero Salasya, Member of Parliament for Mumias East constituency, officially declare my intentions to vie for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in the year 2027 general election. This moment is not about me, it is about you, the ordinary Kenyan, the civil servant whose payslip is shrinking under punitive taxes, the farmer struggling to afford fertilizer, the mother choosing between medicine and food, the young graduate sending CVs that never get answers, the Gen Z youth dreaming for a better, cleaner, fairer government. It is about Kenya, a country full of potential, yet held back by broken system, corruption, inequality, and disconnection between leaders and citizens. We cannot continue this way. It is time for a new generation of leadership, honesty, visionary, and bold. My agenda, the 5 pillars of the new Kenya: economic freedom. That one will include lowering taxes, growing incomes. The burden of the Kenyan worker is unbearable. We must ease it. As the president, I will review and reduce pay, NHIF, and NSSF reduction to protect your hard-earned salary. I will expand the tax base through job creation, not overtaxing the few who are employed. Our economic policy will shift from taxation to production and innovation. We must grow the cake before we slice it. No Kenyan should feel punished for working hard. Number two, universal health care through people-centered SHA. The Social Health Authority, SHA, must not be another burden. It must be a bridge to better health care. I will restructure SHA to align with the real medical needs of Kenyans, not bureaucratic interests. Every Kenyan will access affordable, dignified, and efficient health care, whether in Turkana, Kibra, or Mumias. We shall audit and clean up the NHIF legacy mess and guarantee the transparency in the healthcare funds. Health is not a luxury, it is a right. Number three, ending corruption, sealing every leak in government. Corruption is theft from the poor. I will treat it as economic sabotage. Every procurement will go through a transparent, digital, trackable system. I will empower independent anti-corruption agencies, and no scared cows will be spared. Stable public money will be recovered. Those who loot must be held accountable publicly, swiftly, and justly. We cannot industrialize a corrupt country. We cannot feed a nation bleeding from graft. Number four, education, jobs, and dignity for our youth. Education must prepare young people not just to pass exam, but to thrive in a modern economy. We will strengthen TVETs, invest in digital literacy, and equip schools with modern tools. I will implement a national youth employment guarantee program in agriculture, ICT, and public works. Internships and graduate trainee scheme will be mandatory across government departments and industry. No degree should gather dust. No young dream should die due to hopelessness. Number five, a new deal for Gen Z governance through freedom and the rule of law. Gen Z is not just the future, they are now. I will form the first ever Gen Z Presidential Advisory Council to embed their voices in every national decision. Freedom of expression, digital rights, and civic space will be protected. Police brutality will end under my watch. The judiciary will be respected. Laws will be applied fairly, regardless of status, tribe, or region. Let Kenya be the place where every youth believes their country works for them, not against them. Fellow Kenyans, I will contest the 2027 election under a new political movement, one that reflects the dreams of a fair, inclusive, forward-looking Kenya. This movement's name and leadership will be unveiled in due course, and it will not be built on the tribal alliance or money power, but on the people power. I invite all Kenyans, especially the youth, the workers, the farmers, the mothers, and the dreamers to work with me. Together, let us make 2027 the year of Kenya's rebirth. Let us turn frustration into hope, despair into opportunity, and anger into action. The time for true transformation is now. God bless Kenya. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Honorable Peter Karua Salasya, Member of Parliament, Mias East Constituency, 2027 presidential candidate. Thank you so much.
Mahesh, thank you for that. And first of all the best for the new journey that you've started. We'd like to know, you've never mentioned this, that maybe you wanna vie for presidential seat. Umekuwa ukisema kwa utarudi tu kama MP. But we want to know what pushed you to, of course umeshatusomea manifesto hapa. Kitu kikubwa kabisa kimefanya ukaamua now let me vie for 2027 presidential seat.
First of all, because we are not seeing the issues that the Gen Z or the young generation, because first of all, you know that the future of a nation belongs to the young people. And the young people of this country, they are worried about their future because they are worried about the 30 years from now, 40 years from now, because the systems are not working and the people who are occupying the system, they are not of goodwill or not working with utmost good faith in order to ensure that, because you remember that in the Kibaki leadership, there was 2030 vision 2030. But we are not seeing the leadership that is looking hard there. But we are looking at people who are self-centered and looking at the people who want, because everybody is saying that Ruto must go. Then who should replace Ruto if it's not Peter Salasya? Because the Kenyans want, or the young people want, a leader who is transparent, who wants his honesty, and who is ready to abide by the rule of law. And that is why I've been looking at the people who want to replace him. And then I say that they are not working. Remember, Peter Salasya has been just some like a week or 2 weeks ago. I've been able to traverse the entire Western Kenya. We are now going for another tour of Nyamira, of Kisii, of Nyanza, coastal region, the northeastern, the eastern, and then the Mount Kenya, and then the Rift Valley. And because we've also seen that as much as we embrace from where we come from, the tribal, whatever, but the youth, the young people, are not interested about the who come, because at the end of the day, when these people get the position, it is about them. It's not about the other people or the entire community. It's about the few cronies, the few friends. And that is what now the young people, in their, what they want is the fairness in their CVs, fairness in their whatever, in whatever they do. And this is what has really made me to come out and say that as a young person, because by 2027 I'll be turning 35 years old. So which means that I'll be in a threshold to hold a constitutional role of being the president of the Republic of Kenya. Remember the countries like Burkina Faso, people like Kina Traore, they are young people. And you see that the darling of the Africans, because they want their country to be self-sustainable. And that is why you see people like in Obama, people who took when at the, because when I take the president at this early age, I know I still have like about, maybe by God's grace, I want to get to around 90 or 100 years by God's grace. So which means that I have to live with these people and I have to maintain the legacy that will enable me to live good in happiness with these people. But these people, the older generation, they don't care. They think about few years remaining by God's grace. Okay, we are not praying for anyone, whatever. And that is what has really prompted me. And I'm a leader who is who knows how to balance leadership. There is time for fun. There is time for leadership. There is time to provide way and all those things. And all those qualities I do have. I'm a graduate from the Egerton University. And I did Bachelor of Commerce, Banking and Finance. And I also worked as a banker. And I worked as a teller. And even in my history, I never stole money from either. I used to get a salary of 50,000 shillings. And I used to handle every day 30 million. So which means that I'm a person who is self-driven and who has the principle of accountability, principle of transparency in everything. And even for the last like 2 years in my leadership as a member of parliament of Mumias East, you can see when you walk in Mumias East constituency, it is a clear demonstration